What's up everyone? Here's why community servers ruined Rust console. 30th of November 2023 is when community servers were going to come to Rust console, specifically on the PTB. This is where a variety of content creators and people that worked closely or supported Double 11 one way or another got to try out how to set up and basically create a community server on Rust console for people to play. So before all of that, Rust console was pretty much in the golden times of its survival based aspect, if you will, of the game. What I mean by this is that it was a survival game. It was bare bones, it was raw. Yes, you had people giving out starts, which in my opinion, it just kind of ruins the aspect of it being a survival base, but that's how people wanted to do PvPing and all that. But even before all of the starts and everything like that, it was vanilla, bare bones, survival. You wake up, rock and torch, you hit some trees, you craft that pickaxe or hatchet or whatever you want to craft, and you got to work in grinding to get a base up and take over the server within a couple of days. Now, how Rust console is, you can do that in a couple of hours. Rust was a game, or is a game, you put a lot of time and dedication into. This is why we love the game. We're so invested on it, because if you put so many days into something within a video game, it's going to be your prized possession. You're going to hold so much care over that. So for example, a builder builds the base and they spent so much time building that base, farming for it, so they're going to naturally play the game more because they've invested a lot of time into it. This is something that made Rust unique and made us really want to play and pour our hearts into the game in every single aspect, whether it's running monuments, whether it's PvPing, whether it's raiding, or whether it's just controlling the server. When you put a lot of time and effort into something, you want to reap the rewards and also put a lot of dedication into what you're doing on the server. And that was basically Rust console for a lot of the time. Obviously there's always complaints. People like myself as well, we always complain about something, and you never really take into account how good you really had it. And whilst I was just coming off of playing Rust console as a whole, I was kind of getting bored of it. Community servers for me was something that just put a nail in the coffin. So whilst we had basically two and a half years of bare bones vanilla Rust console experience, it got towards that period where it was entering that we could be getting community servers soon. And by this point, everyone that was, PvPing and all this and that were cheating and also giving out starts on servers, basically getting their friends or other teams onto the server. And if they were so stacked because whether the server was dead or they just got up really quickly, they would then give loot out to those friends or teams. And in my opinion, it kind of just ruined the game, but I'm not sure if that happens on PC. But because there was so many vanilla servers, you could really just go on another server. It doesn't really matter. And through this longest time, me, CNQR at the time were like, damn, this game is going to be so good when community servers come out. This is going to be so cool to, just imagine what's going to happen and how things are going to be processed, how we're going to run our own server. Really, it was limitless. Like, we had so much plans that just didn't come into fruition when community servers came out. So first and foremost, when community servers came out, G-Portal and Double 11 literally broke down. Most importantly, or specifically, G-Portal, due to them not having enough servers to, give out to the people that were paying for them, and they went out of stock. And this took about a day and a half, probably a day and a half, for it to fix itself. So already we were behind the time where we should have had our community servers up and running. Of course, there's going to be room for error, and boy, was there a lot of error when community servers first came out. So when it first came out, basically we were already into the time where people were giving out starts, and this just carried over into community servers. Now, when community servers first came out, I originally thought Double 11 were just going to roll out 2x's, 3x's for us to play. So basically it's like an official server, but it's just 2x or 3x. Now, whilst I would have preferred that in the long run, now looking back, we obviously were able to take charge of our own community servers, which has been good for some, has been bad for others. But at first, that's what I thought was going to happen. Double 11 were just rolling out community servers for us to play that were run by them. But they weren't, and it was just left to us, for us to run our own servers, which is fine. However, when it came to it, because we were in the era of starts, everyone was 3x, everyone was giving out starts, including myself and CNQR Warfare. We were giving out starts to everyone. It was basically to get the server popping. And for the last, up until now, I would say, so for the last 3-4 months, It's basically just been giving out starts to everyone, which is not what Rust is about. And we're kind of entering the time period of where servers are actually slowly going back to vanilla, in the state of not giving out starts like we did on those official servers, and like how people and server owners are doing in their servers to try and get it popping. But to accompany this, we obviously had the DDoSing problem, where basically anyone could DDoS, servers. They would go down for however long the DDoSers chose to hit it, depending on, how many attacks they would send. Servers were down for hours, causing them to lose players. And then for those servers who maybe were hitting other servers to gain a player count, would then steal their players, and so on and so forth. You see where I'm going with this. So there's a whole host of problems that community servers actually brought to Rust console, more than positives, I would say. And boy, coming from a community server owner, it's been a rough journey, and a lot of time has been spent, a lot of money has been spent into it as well. And I still think community servers will be good in the next year, but I just feel as if the game would have been better without community servers in the way that we've seen it. I would have preferred Double 11 to roll out their own servers. I did not anticipate for the game to be what it is with community servers and how we're supposed to run them. I was one of the people that was crying out, we need community servers to save the game. And this is probably one of the only times where I'd be like, damn, I was absolutely wrong with asking for this. Because community servers is such a huge update that if it doesn't go to plan and it doesn't execute to the way the community wanted it to be executed, and it doesn't go down well with the community, what other updates do you look at and think, oh well, it's fine, the game can be bad for now, but when this update hits, that's when Rust console is going to be great? How many updates do we have of that? Community servers was the pinnacle for me, and as soon as community servers came, a lot of us stopped playing the game. What we loved was investing our time into it, because it's something that you put so much time into. You didn't want to leave, you didn't want to go offline, you just wanted to keep on playing and push for even better progress than you already had, and to be better on the server than everyone else. But with community servers, the progression is so much faster, allowing players to just spend a couple hours on the server and be done with it. Almost as if community servers is like the TikTok. It's complete and utter brain rot. And whilst I think in time community servers can be good, I feel like the last couple of months is completely and utterly ruined Rust console. I mean, I don't see half as much content being made by content creators. You used to go into vanilla servers and see, let's say, quote unquote known teams. You saw their bases, you saw, how stacked they were. You're like, damn, this is on a vanilla server, they're doing good, they're absolutely controlling the server. Now on a 3x, 2x, you can look big, but you could not be controlling the server. It's just completely different, and I really miss how Rust used to be, and this is probably the same opinion for a lot of people. And unfortunately, it's not going to go back to that point. So you either keep playing and enjoying it whichever way you see fit, or you stop playing and move on, maybe go to PC. A lot of players have gone to PC. What do you guys think? Do you think community servers has ruined Rust console in the last couple of months? Do you think that maybe it could have been executed better? Do you think that Double 11 should have made 2 to 3x servers for us to play rather than actually run our own? Leave your thoughts down below. Let's have a conversation as always. Thank you for watching. Leave a like on the video and subscribe if you're new around here. We're nearly at 4,000 subscribers, which is crazy to think. Take it easy. As always, I'll see you in the next one.